Today we are going to be understanding and analyzing in detail each and every type of a plan. The very first type of a plan is an objective. As we all know, objectives are desired future positions, desired future end. It is a situation where an organization wishes to reach. I've given you, I've marked everything here very well. It's all circled, right? So you remember it like this. Objectives are the end where the organization wishes to achieve. When the top level management sets objectives, the objectives should be very simple, clearly set. I do not want to take the same example. It's given in the book. It says when the organization wants to achieve a target of increasing the sales by 20%. It could be any objective, right? Any objective. So it is an end point. It is a target. It is a benchmark where the organization wants to achieve. The objectives are normally set by the top level management. Why? Because top level management जो भी objective set करेंगे, it will give you a broad general issue on which the organization has to work on. जो भी organization objective set करेगा, वो organization सोच रहा है कि हमने उस चीज को इस समय तक achieve करना है. जब top level management वाले organization objective set करते हैं, then the departmental people or the departments which are working also get to know what is it that they need to set for themselves on a smaller level in order to reconcile with the organizational objective. The organizational objective should be SMART. I repeat, SMART, which means specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Let's take an example, children. Let us say the organizational objective is to manufacture 2 lakh face masks in a day for the coming years, for the coming months. So that is the objective. It's very clear. उनके पास resources हैं, machines हैं, labor है, कपड़ा है. So they want to manufacture 2 lakh, face masks in a day. If you see now, the objective of many of the organizations have changed. The Reliance is doing a lot of charity now. उन्होंने अपना objective change कर लिया. If you see local Trident company, वो भी अपना objective change कर रही है. बहुत सारी companies हैं जिन्होंने अपने objectives redefine किए हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि वो हालात के हिसाब से, situation के हिसाब से चल रहे हैं. जब एक बार organization ने objective set कर लिया top level, वो अपने middle level को बताएंगे कि जी हमने ये सोचा है. फिर हर डिपार्टमेंट, प्रोडक्शन, मार्केटिंग, फाइनेंस, ह्यूमन रिसर्च, हर डिपार्टमेंट अपने लेवल पर ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करेगा. जब हर डिपार्टमेंट ने अपने लेवल पर ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट कर दिया, वो वही चीज अपने ऑपरेटिव को बताएंगे. ऑपरेटिव वाले अपने लेवल पर ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करेंगे, मे बी वीकली, मे बी 15 days, मे बी 1 month, एंड दैट इज हाउ द थिंग्स आर अचीव्ड. Children, now we are going to understand the next plan called strategy. Let me tell you one thing. Each plan which I am discussing is somewhere or the other derived from the plan discussed earlier. So to say, a strategy can only be made as a plan only if you have an objective set. Now what is a strategy? Must have heard of this word very often. Marketing strategy, this strategy, that strategy. The company is planning to do this. It is nothing but their broad contours. Contour matlab their broad lines, right, of an organization. Now these particular strategies, जब भी एक strategy बनती है, वो एक दिन या एक time के नहीं. It's a long-term decision. It is made for the future. It is made for the long-run success of the business. Remember, a strategy is also a comprehensive plan. If you observe, I'm giving you all the keywords wherein you can identify the type of plan in the case study. It is a comprehensive plan. When I say comprehensive plan, means it includes 3 dimensions. जब भी एक स्ट्रैटेजी तुमने आइडेंटिफाई करनी है, तुमने देखना है कि उसमें इन तीनों में से कोई भी एक चीज का या 2 चीज का जिक्र हो रहा है. 1, you have a strategy determines the long-term objective. Now the strategy of Reliance is, he wanted to be the number 1 in Asia. The Reliance group, their ranking was slipping down, and quickly they took a strategy. A part of Reliance Jio shares were sold off to the Facebook. Now just a small portion of Reliance Jio shares are sold to Facebook. Now their ranking has come up. So strategy is always a long-term objective. Second, adopting a particular course of action. It always tells you which direction to move. Third, it also tells you how are you going to allocate your resources. You know very well, allocation of resources is very important in order to achieve the organizational objective. Whenever we discuss a strategy, it cannot be made just keeping the organization in mind. It has to be kept in mind while discussing all the external environment, components of external environment, namely economic, social, political, legal, technological. All these have to be considered when you frame a strategy. There are major decisions which are to be taken while framing a strategy. The decisions could be like which are the new type of products to be introduced, what is going to be your advertising strategy, what should I do to maintain a dominant position in the market, who are my customers, how can I increase my customer base, how am I going to change my marketing tools. So जो भी कुछ तुम लंबे अरसे के लिए सोच रहे हो वो सारा कुछ स्ट्रैटेजी में आता है. So strategy always involves external environment critically evaluated to take a strategical decision. So that is all about a strategy. Strategies can only be framed when you have framed an objective for the organization. Policy. Heard of this word very often. My company's policy is this. My company's policy is that. The recruitment policy, the purchase policy, the marketing policy, the sales policy. You have these words very commonly used in day-to-day life. Let us understand what is a policy and why is it considered as a plan. Policies are general statements. They are only statements to guide you. Policy se decision nahi liya jata. All policies help you to take a decision. Remember, policies are interpreting strategies. Like if you make a strategy, let's say the strategy is to hold a dominant position in the organization, in the market. Now उसको dominant position बनाने के लिए उस strategy को achieve करने के लिए तुम बहुत सारी policies बनाओगे. So कैसी policies बनाओगे उस organization उस strategical decision के लिए, वो तुम्हारी policy है. Now policies are guidelines. They are guidelines for managerial decisions. जब भी तुमने कोई strategy को implement करना है तो तुमने छोटी छोटी policies बनानी पड़ेगी. For example, अगर मान लो किसी organization में हमने रॉ मटेरियल परचेज करना है. जब तुमने रॉ मटेरियल परचेज करना है, क्यों परचेज करना है? क्योंकि प्रोडक्शन बढ़ानी है. प्रोडक्शन बढ़ानी क्यों है? क्योंकि तुमने सेल्स टारगेट अचीव करना है, राइट? अब क्योंकि तुमने प्रोडक्शन बढ़ानी है, दैट इज योर नेक्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव. क्योंकि तुमने प्रोडक्शन बढ़ानी है, यू विल मेक सम पॉलिसी. अब पॉलिसी के लिए तुम क्या करोगे? यू विल डिसाइड कि मैं कहां से प्रोक्योर करूं. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट guidelines on the basis of which you will make a policy. Now these policies could be, they are required at all levels, in all departments. हर डिपार्टमेंट में पॉलिसी चाहिए, हर लेवल पर पॉलिसीज चाहिए, टॉप, मिडिल, ऑपरेटिव पर. देयर आर टू टाइप ऑफ पॉलिसीज, मेजर पॉलिसीज एंड माइनर पॉलिसीज. जो मेजर पॉलिसीज होती है, दे आर फॉर द आउटसाइडर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू हैव अ नो क्रेडिट पॉलिसी. ये तुम्हारी मेजर पॉलिसी है. ये तुम्हारे बाहर वालों के लिए, तुम्हारे कस्टमर्स के लिए. तुम्हारे इनसाइडर्स के लिए माइनर पॉलिसीज है. माइनर पॉलिसीज में बारीकी से, माइन्यूटली यू विल बी मेंशनिंग ऑल डिटेल्स. Remember one thing, policies can be flexible. They can be changed, modified at the discretion of the manager. मैनेजर की मर्जी है. अगर उसे लगता है कि उन हालातों में, उन सिचुएशन में ये मुझे चेंज करना चाहिए, he can do it. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर उसने परचेज पॉलिसी है कि हम सिर्फ कैश पर परचेज करते हैं, बट मान लो आजकल क्राइसिस चल रही है, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल टू हैव लिक्विड कैश, सो द कंपनी विल चेंज इट्स पॉलिसी. They may change it for a temporary period. They may change the policy maybe up to September, saying that we are ready to purchase even on credit. Why even on credit? Because we are not able to have enough liquid cash. या मान लो मेरी कंपनी की पॉलिसी है कि I do not sell on credit, right? But लेकिन आजकल क्या हो रहा है? I can understand that the people outside, my customers, do not have enough funds and they want to buy. लेकिन I do not want to sell on credit. Maybe I will not be able to make a sale. Then in order to make a sale, I have to modify my policy. That is, I can even sell on credit for a smaller period of time. Procedures. Everybody know what's a procedure. A procedure is a process. It is nothing but routine steps. It is something which has to be detailedly explained, has to go in the exact chronological order. Whenever we talk about the word procedure, it involves specified steps, sequence of steps, routine steps, and all this should be in a chronological order. हर चीज का एक प्रोसीजर होता है. तुम एक केक बेक करते हो, तुम्हारा एक प्रोसीजर है. मैंने अगर मेरी पॉलिसी है परचेज पॉलिसी, रिक्रूटमेंट पॉलिसी, हमारे स्कूल में एडमिशन पॉलिसी है, राइट. हर चीज का एक प्रोसीजर है. एक बार हमने अपने स्कूल में एक एडमिशन पॉलिसी डिसाइड कर ली कि हमने ऐसे ऐसे करना भाई, राइट. प्रिंसिपल की डिस्क्रिप्शन होती है, वो चेंज भी कर सकते हैं जब वो चाहे, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिचुएशन. कोई हार्ड एंड फास्ट रूल नहीं है. पॉलिसी बनाने वाले भी वो हैं और चेंज कर भी वो ही सकते हैं, राइट. नाउ जब तुम पॉलिसी बना लेते हो, उस पॉलिसी को अचीव करने के लिए यू नीड अ प्रोसीजर. हर चीज तरीके से होती है, एक ऑर्डर से होती है. पॉलिसी और प्रोसीजर इकट्ठे हैं, दोनों एक साथ साथ चलेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारे स्कूल में एडमिशन पॉलिसी है. हमारे स्कूल की एडमिशन जो LKG में होती है, प्रॉब्ली समवेयर इन द अक्टूबर और नवंबर वी हैव द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म्स, राइट. दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप ऑफ प्रॉब्ली द procedure to begin for the admissions of LKG for the next session. So when you have your online forms available, there's a particular 2-3 days are given. Within those 2-3 days you have to fill in the form, upload the documents, pay your fees, whatever it is, and then you get a receipt. The next step will be probably you will come for the interview as per the specified date. When you come for the interview, you will give all the documents. Then the third step is whether you are selected or not. The fourth step is probably you have to, once you're selected, you have to come and pay the fee, and so on. हर चीज का एक प्रोसीजर है, एक स्टेप है, स्टेप्स हैं, chronological order है. You can't change it as you wish. Why? Because these steps will help you to achieve the organization objective in the correct manner. Method. We've heard of this word many a times. We say there are many methods of doing a particular thing. Methods as a plan means a prescribed way, manner, tarika of doing a particular thing. याद रखना, method is one step of the procedure. मान लो there is a procedure to make bread in a bread making company, right? Obviously the flour is sieved, then it is put into the rotators with other ingredients. The dough is made, the dough is put onto the conveyor belt, and then small what do you say, bun rolls are made, then they are baked, and then all that. It's a procedure. उसका जो एक पार्ट है, मान लो कि डो बन रहा है, डो किस तरीके से बनेगा, आटा किस तरीके से गुनेगा, वो एक मेथड है. बहुत किस्म से, बहुत तरीकों से, बहुत वे से तुम आटा गुन सकते हो. Probably you can do it with your hands, you can, there are many ways, but then you have to select one best way of doing that particular work. That one best way which you select is the method. Now methods are very important, and methods vary from organization to organization, from level to level. Now let us say in an organization there is training given. Let's say in our school there is training given to all the teachers right from LKG to 12th standard by Cbse, and it is mandatory that all of us have to attend this training method in the school. Now, do you think all the teachers right from LKG to 12th standard will be given the same training in the same manner, in the same everything? No, the methods may be different. The +1, +2 teachers will be given differently, giving more emphasis on the syllabus, the curriculum. The 9th and 10th differently, 6 to 8 differently, the primary differently, the KG block differently, the Cambridge differently. Everybody will be given different. Why? Because methods vary. Method is a way, एक तरीका है. हम खाना बनाते हैं, मैं अलग तरीके से बनाती हूँ, कोई और अलग तरीके से बनाएगा. So method, you have to plan कि हमने कैसे करना है. क्योंकि अगर तुम ये प्लान नहीं करते हो तो मे बी योर मेथड में नॉट बी वेरी सक्सेसफुल. लेकिन अगर तुम्हारा मेथड, तुम्हारा प्लान एज अ मेथड सही है, देन यू विल बी सेविंग टाइम, मनी, एफर्ट्स, एंड अनडाउटेडली देयर विल बी एन इंक्रीज इन द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द वर्क व्हिच यू डू. Rule is the simplest, best, and the easiest plan to make. You know why? Because rules are very specific statements. अगर तुम्हें याद है मैंने पॉलिसी में कहा था, they are general statements. They can be changed. Where is rules, there is no scope for flexibility. यहाँ मैनेजर का डिस्क्रिशन नहीं चलता, चलो भाई मेरी मर्जी है, मैं ऐसे करूं वैसे करूं, या सिचुएशन को देखकर मैं चेंज कर दूं. नॉट पॉसिबल. दे आर वेरी वेरी सिंपल. एंड रिमेंबर, दिस पर्टिकुलर प्लान called rule is also subjected to punishments. They are very rigid. They do not compromise depending upon the situation. There is a rule in the school that you have to be in school by 7:10. That's a rule for the teachers. And 3 times late is equal to 1 CL, 1 casual leave. ये rule है, मेरे लिए नहीं बदलेगा, किसी और के लिए नहीं बदलेगा, सबके लिए एक है. It is rigid. It's a plan. Now we know 7:10 means we have to reach. So we are following that plan of reaching school in time by 7:10. Program. Many of you have seen programs, right? You've seen a wedding card. You've got a program on it. लिखा होता है प्रोग्राम है जी, अनंत कारज है जी, सेराबंदी है जी, वगैरह जो भी प्रोग्राम दिया होता है. A program is nothing but a detailed statement. Children, please follow the keywords very carefully, because these keywords only and only will help you to identify the type of plan from a comprehension, right? Where 5-6 plans will be given and you have to distinguish them. So what is a program? It's a detailed statement. It contains everything. It contains the objective of the firm. It contains what are the policies, क्या procedures follow करनी है, what are the rules, what are the human physical resources we are going to use. We are going to see what is the budget, what is the course of action. It's a gamut of activities, collection of activities. एक program में हर चीज minutely. I'm sure you must have gone for a function. हमारे स्कूल में बहुत सारे functions होते हैं, annual day function होता है. तो जैसे हम annual day function में जाते हैं, पेरेंट्स के लिए एक छोटा सा pamphlet दिया होता है. उस pamphlet में ऑब्जेक्ट एक प्रोग्राम लिखा होता है, राइट, एजेंडा लिखा होता है. अब उसमें सारा डिटेल लिखी हुई है कि व्हाट इज द थीम, व्हाई इज दिस पर्टिकुलर एनुअल डे फंक्शन ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, व्हाट इज द थीम ऑफ द एनुअल डे फंक्शन, a few nice English words will be given there. And then पहले क्या होगा, then you have a welcome song, the prayer dance, the lighting of the diya, and you have the entire program. Detail में दिया होगा what is going to take place next and how it is going to work within that time frame. Budget, as the word goes, budget is a very very important type of a plan. It is again a statement. It is a numerically expressed statement. What is it? It is a numerically expressed statement. You're expecting it to give you all the details of what is it that is going to happen in the future in numerical terms. It provides you with all the facts and figures. Let's say the organization has decided that they're going to produce 1000 units per day, right? That 1000 units of production is a budget. अब ये budget किसको दिया गया है? ये वर्कर को budget दिया गया है. क्यों? उसको कह दिया ये तेरा प्लान है, तूने एक दिन में 1000 यूनिट्स अपनी मशीन पर प्रोड्यूस करने हैं. दिन के एंड में उसने 900 यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस किए. Can we know if things are going according to the plan or not? Definitely. He is not working according to the plan. Why? Because his actual performance is 900. His set target was 1000. So budget is nothing but a numerically expressed statement with which you can compare and contrast whether your plans are going in the correct direction or not. There are many plans there are many types of budgets which are made in an organization. It could be a sales budget given to the sales guy. It could be a production budget given to the production guy. It could be a cost budget. What's a cost budget? How much of expenditure you're going to make? How much is it that you're going to save? A cost budget, a revenue budget, a profit budget. So there are so many budgets at different levels, different departments which are made in order to plan whether we are achieving the objective in the right manner or not. Let's have a quick recap of what we did today, children, of all the different types of plan. First, an objective. An objective is nothing but an end where the organization has to reach. All this is on page number 104. Objective should be very simple. clear, simply and clearly stated. They are the endpoints. They are made by the top level management. Different departments make the different objectives because they have been interpreted by the top level management. Objective should be SMART. Then you have strategy. I told you strategies are broad contours. They help in future decision making. They are for the long run. They are comprehensive plans comprising of 3 important dimensions mentioned there. And a strategy has to keep in mind the external environment, be it economic, social, legal, political, technological. There are major strategical decisions which have to be taken, like what is the line of products, how should we diversify, which market are we capturing, what is the dominant position, etc. Then policies. Policies are guidelines. They are basically statements to help in taking decisions. They help in interpreting a strategy. They guide in decision making. You have different types of policies, recruitment, purchase, etc. Policies are required at all levels, in all departments. There are major policies, minor policies. Major policies are for outsiders, minor policies are for insiders. They are nothing but broad parameters. Remember, a policy is flexible at the discretion of the manager. If he wishes, he can change the policy depending upon the situation. Coming to procedures. Procedures are nothing but routine steps. They are specified steps. There are a sequence of steps. They have to be followed by insiders of the company. The work has to go in the exact manner, in the chronological order. The procedures are very important. The policies and procedures go together. Only when you decide a policy, you have to make a procedure in order to achieve the organizational objective. Method, they are nothing but prescribed ways and manners in which you have to do the work. A method is one step of the procedure. It tells you how exactly you need to do the work. There are many ways of doing a particular work, right? But then you have to choose the best way of doing the work. It helps you to save time, money, efforts, and undoubtedly increases the efficiency. Rules, they are the simplest form of plans. Rules are very specified statements. They are not at all flexible. There is no discretion. They are very rigid. There is no compromise for it, and the manager has to follow according to the rule. Program, they are detailed statements. They outline everything in an organization. It's a gamut of activities giving you the minute details of what to be done, how it is to be done. A program may consist of a procedure, rule, budget, maybe policies, everything objective. Budgets are expected statements. In numerical terms, budgets are very important. They're based on facts and figures. A budget is a control device because it helps you to see whether your plans are going according to the set target or not. Budgets may be of different types. You may have a sales budget, a production budget, a revenue budget, a cost budget, a profit budget, anything like that.